said he has a story behind it, and you know, he just gave me some confidence that, you know, he had confidence in me, and you know, that goes a long way with me. When a coach had confidence in me, it's like I don't know, it gives me a boost of energy, boost of confidence in myself, and you know, when I play confident, I'm dangerous. So.
Tom with the block, going deep and looking, it's intercepted. It's picked off by Locke. Tackled by Kraft.
We about 5 months out, bro, and like it's been nothing short of a blessing, bro, like in a miracle. I ain't got like no pain levels. Even like the little bit of pain that I might have from certain like movements, it ain't nothing compared to what I was dealing with during the season at all, bro. So I feel like, man, it's been a miracle. I feel like it's been like a breakthrough that I've been praying for, and it came out of a blessing what I wasn't expecting. You know what I'm saying? My breakthrough was like getting my picks, you know, all these different things.
PJ LOCKE.
Breakthrough was a little different, you know, something I needed. Yeah.
We gotta get moving and get that stiffness out of there.
Hey, boy. It's a little shoulder workout. I don't know. That shit physically hurt like a mother. I think it's the mental aspect don't kick in till like I feel like when I'm halfway. Cause like I'm just kicking and I feel like I ain't really moving. So I don't know, it's like I gotta intentionally tell myself, man, to keep kicking because my legs just wanna die out. So I'm pushing through that aspect of it. But it's all good because it's the last one, dog. Watch out. Shit. I don't know, man. I feel like it's been all about trusting the process, man, and having faith. And I feel like a lot of people, including myself, we speak as if we have faith, but I feel like sometimes it's mixed with a little doubt. And I feel like right after that playoff game, man, when they told me like, man, like let's go to the doctor and get another MRI on your back. As soon as I step foot out of MRI, we get the results back. They like, yo, you need to get back surgery like right now.
Yeah, it was a surprising.
I guess like when I look back at it and how they kind of played throughout the season, like it's not crazy surprising that the offense was struggling. But I think the blowout part, like Philly putting up all the points and like just completely dominating the game.
I mean, he was uncomfortable. You could tell.
Yeah, the
defense.
whole game.
They don't even live right.
I have your pictures here. Surgeries, we can talk about those. One second. Are they going to be in there, you think?
Yeah.
All right, great. Thanks.
Here you go.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, buddy. So tell me how you're doing.
Man, I tell them that. I say the last like 3 or 4 days have been like phenomenal, like progression-wise.
Yeah.
Walking, mobility, pain kind of going away a little bit. felt like the first week after surgery.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna get better after this.
Yeah.
You know, moving around, getting out of bed, getting off the couch.
Yeah.
I dropped something. I'm like telling my son, like, hey, come get this, wherever he at. Like,
Yep.
grab this, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm able to kind of put my shoe on. I can
Good.
grab stuff off the ground. I'm walking up the stairs like almost normal.
Good.
You know, I'm feeling like I can run upstairs.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
yeah. Feeling good.
Good. And so the pains you had before surgery, that was the right hip pain and leg pain. How's that? Gone. Okay. How is the back pain from after surgery?
The back pain is like it's still there. Just getting the mobility back. I think on the left side is kind of like where I'm feeling like more pain. I don't even know if it's going down to like is it sacrum? Sacral?
Yes.
Sacral. I don't know if it's going down that area or whatever, but like I noticed like standing up, that part will ache.
Yep.
So that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking up to.
Yeah. So when you texted me, because you were a little worried about the left side, just to remind you, so the right side was the side that had the really bad compression, right? That's why you had the nerve pain. That's why you have the atrophy there. So we went in, we dug around that nerve completely, and that nerve, you have a unique nerve that is very rare.
Of course.
It's called a conjoined nerve. Because of this split in the nervous system, I couldn't do the fusion because the nerves were in the way. So usually the nerve exits and just goes this way, leaving me a corridor to put that cage in. And so because of that, I had to, make the nerve happy. Believe it or not, that's a happy looking nerve. And then the other side, I had to go in to do the fusion. And so what the fusion means is to get in this cage, I had to go by the nerve roots. So this is your feet down here, head up here, spinal cord is here. I, from the back, have to put in this cage. So to get that cage by the nerve, I had to do it on the left side. The reason the left side hurts more is because I had to move that nerve around to get that cage in.
Okay.
So the side that I usually do the fusion on is sore. So I was expecting you to be really sore on the right side because that's where I was going to do the fusion.
Yeah.
So the reason why you were saying, hey, doc, why did you have the left side? It was because I had to mess with that nerve root to get it done, and that nerve root was already happy.
Yeah.
So I made it a little unhappy.
Okay.
And that's why it's cooling down.
Yeah.
Is now unshifted, and now it's all equal.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So the goal now is there's kind of a race. I want bone to go from this bone through the cage all the way to this bone. And so that's what's called a fusion. It's when this bone becomes part of that bone, and it takes around 3 months for that to start to happen. And so the goal is we want to be doing just enough exercise to get the core tight in order to make sure that you have a good base of like zone 2 cardio, but nothing high impact that will jostle this around and cause this to not fuse, because that would be a problem. All right, great.
I just ripped that off.
Yep, perfect. So the reason they look a little off is that's glue we put on it, but those are healing really good. You can get them wet, you can submerge them, you can sweat now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Got a hot tub been waiting on me, man.
Yeah. All right, let's just check these legs. So, all right, lift this one up off the bed. This one. All right, do it again. How's that feel to you? Feel good? A little bit
Right,
weaker.
yeah. This one weaker?
A little bit. Feel good. Okay, maybe not. Okay. All right,
Warm up
straight.
a little bit. Nerve's been dead. It's been dead for a minute.
Straighten. Straighten. Pull back. Pull back. Good, relax. Then do this and shoot down the leg. Just tight.
It's just her back.
Just the back? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, push. Push down like you're pushing down. Yeah. Pull up. Okay, that's good. Same question. Yeah. Straighten. Good. Push. Pull up. Good. Okay, relax. All right, your favorite test. Relax.
Work out. It worked again.
I told you.
Yeah. That shit was dead last time.
Yeah. You couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I think this was a determining answer. Like, yeah, I need the surgery.
All right. So just to go over what PJ Locke had. So this is an MRI from, let's see, January 13th, 2025. This is the spine. This is the front where his belly is. This is the back. These squares are the vertebral bodies. These are discs. At L4-5, you can see that disc is completely degenerated. He has bone on bone, and there's supposed to be a disc in between these. He has something called a spondylolisthesis, which is when one vertebra is too far forward and dislocated from the vertebra below. So these are supposed to line up. As they line up here there's a step off. So that's the shift called a spondylolisthesis. What this results in, when two vertebrae shift off-site, you can see a large, what's called pseudo cells, which were inserted in that cage, will become bone. And these screws are holding everything together so it can help the two bones fuse together. Very similar to if you broke an arm and needed a rod put through it to hold it steady while the fracture healed. In his surgery, his nerve, which we showed up here, that should be in this area, I had carved out all of the bone around it. And in doing so, this is his nerve root that's exiting the spine. As you can see, there's plenty of room. But interestingly, he has a conjoined nerve root where the L4 nerve root comes out, has an inferior branch and a lateral branch. This complicated the surgery because I had to then not do the fusion from the right side. I had to go to the left side to do my what's called T-lift in order to get that cage in. But now we got good decompression of the nerves and reduction of that spondylolisthesis. I'm glad I booked you for 4 hours because I usually do it in 2. But the fact that you had that weird nerve thing, that was a smart, lucky move on my part. All right, I think we're good. Tracks already.
Man, we go. I made the right decision. Huh?
That's right.
Stay home.
Yeah. Okay, but
Appreciate it, man.
yeah, man. Yes, sir. Glad you're doing well. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm around.
Catch up.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
You too, brother.
Yeah. If there's any